chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there, don't feel forgotten. Don't think that this narcissist has just got some off switch and they don't think about you. They ruminate about you severely. You know how much this narcissist that was involved in your life weighs on your mind after a discard, reverse discard. They can weigh on your mind so much, where you're thinking about them morning, noon, and night. Okay? And also, you'll think within those thoughts that they don't care, that they've just forgotten, right? They haven't, okay? You weigh on their minds a lot. They ruminate about you severely. You got to understand that the narcissist, when they encountered you in their life, going back some time now, whenever that was, they saw you as a lifelong supply, right? You was the lifelong supply. So what we can kind of understand from their behavior now when they go forward with a new supply is there was obviously something irritating them and bothering them to give them the strength to just go in another direction. You see, there was something irritating them. As well as new supplies, they might have shiny object syndrome, where they see a new supply and they think this new supply can offer more. There was also them being irritated. Okay, it's them being irritated with narcissistic injuries. It's also your love and supply that gives them an inflated sense of self. But there's a combination of things, but there's obviously a force that pushes them in this direction. So when they go in this direction, they do have the memory of that you was meant to be a lifetime supply, right? They do have that memory of you, that you don't just have an off switch where they just cut it off. And also, I stand by this, right? It's actually easier to be discarded by a narcissist than it is to cut them off, okay? And the reason why I say that, from my theory, is when you cut a narcissist off, you may not have seen as much as you would have seen. Although staying with them can cause you problems, being discarded by one, I'm not advising you to just stay around one just so you get discarded. I'm just saying that when you're discarded, you deal with the finality of it. They've gone off with a motive and an agenda, you see. Even when they go off with new supplies, it's not always necessarily because they deem someone better or something like this, right? It can also be because they're trying to assert control over you. They're trying to push your boundaries, right? They're trying to gain leverage over you. They're pushing you away so you chase them harder. There's agendas and motives behind their behavior, which, when you understand the complexity of a narcissist's mind and the way they're pretending to be another version of themselves and all of the complex, devaluation and all of the stuff they try to do to you, the abuse that they do to you, this kind of, how can I put this? Imagine spores in the mind, or little points in the mind, little points, right? They've got a lot more points and dots to connect in their minds than you, because you're just being authentic and genuine and pure and transparent and honest and true. You're not perfect, but you're just being straightforward. They're thinking of agendas. They're thinking of the memory of you. They're thinking of, and this is what affects them after, right? So they do ruminate quite a lot. And there was someone that I spoke to in a session. They dealt with a narcissist in their life, and the doctor actually told the narcissist in their life before they woke up that they suffer from rumination. They ruminate too much. Off the hand, nothing to do with the reason why the doctor was analysing. It wasn't analysing them for rumination. Just picked up on a vibe from them, like, they're not a psychiatrist or nothing. Just picked up on a vibe from them that they ruminate. And this is what happened with someone in a session with a narcissist in their life, right? So they do ruminate a lot more. So if you think that you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you a lot more. They are thinking about you a lot more, right? They honestly, because they're thinking about, like, you might be in a place of thinking about repairing a relationship or things like that, right? They're in a way of like thinking how to destroy you in one part of their mind, and then they're thinking about, ways to get you back, and they want revenge. Like, they blame you. Like, why did you let them go? Like, they'll blame you. They'll blame the new supply. They won't be accountable. This is another thing that goes on. They'll blame the new supply, But they did see you as this lifelong source of supply. So you have to understand, they haven't done no cord cutting exercises, soul tie cutting exercises or anything like that. They're very much still feel affiliated with you, okay? Even if it's from a distance. Now, I know that might be hard for you to grasp, but it's because they think they own you. They think they own the right to your happiness. They think that they own the right to your soul, right? That you should never be happy alive again without them. This is what they think of you. They view you like that, right? You should never be happy in life without them, right? This is the way that they view you. You can't be enjoying life or not missing them or whatever. So they feel like they own you to some degree. They feel like they own you, right? So they're very much still connected with you. And I know it's hard to grasp. It's weird. It's a weird affiliation they have. They may not be talking to you. You may not have heard from them for some time, right? Still, they've got this ownership because, they are still spying. If you're on social media, they are still watching you on social media. And even if you're not on social media, say you was on social media and you come off social media, or say you wasn't even on social media at all, right? They will look on platforms for you. They will spend portions of their day, every day, looking on platforms to see if you're on them. Looking on dating sites to see if you're on. They're the one that discarded you in the first place. They're the one that reverse discarded you, right? This is why I say it's easier to be discarded, because it puts the narcissist in a stubborn place, right? Where it's very hard for them to build the bridge back to you, right? They may come with like trying to destroy your life and stuff like that as well, so I can't rule that out. But I'm saying it at least is stop them from that, like, it stopped them being able to maybe come back and apologize and try and love bomb you again. You see? Like, I think that's because collectivist, empath, chosen ones, and genuine souls that you are. Perhaps if this narcissist come back and love bombed you and tried to hoover you again at one point, you may have took them back. And I'm telling you, it's the worst thing. You really don't want these narcissists that were part of your life at one point to be involved in your life for the future. You really don't want that. No matter how much your mind, heart, and soul is telling you that you want this person back in your life, I'm telling you, you really don't. Right? And you'll get to know. You will get to know. If you go through the process of time, you don't rush on with someone new, right? Because if you rush off for someone new, you're going to start maybe not feeling like this new person is even on the level of the narcissist. Or you can meet someone where the new supply is even worse. So if you go through the process of time, you just, honestly, you're going to get to a place where you don't want this narcissist back. You're really going to get to a place where you don't want this narcissist back. And that's the place that you got to head towards, right? That's the place you got to head towards. So just understand, don't feel like just because you were discarded or reverse discarded, you've been forgotten. You're very much occupying their mind. You are very much occupying their mind, and it's not going to fade either. It actually intensifies, because they're the one that discarded you. They go through all of these things like fading effects, bias, dumpers, remorse. Check these things out. They go through self-absorbed remorse, it will be, but they go through all of this stuff. They're also ruminating about, causing destruction and all of the things that they've done. They're also not satisfied that they didn't hurt you enough, right? There's a lot of points in their mind which they ruminate over in comparison to yours. So if you think a lot or ruminate a lot, they're ruminating a lot more, I assure you. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.